So for the benefit of the people online who aren't in the room, I'm Alain Finn, research assistant here in the Buckley Lab in Trinity College, and also data curator for PLANTPOPNET. I'm just going to give a quick run through of what we have so far and some small summary stats of the kind of data we have. Right, so this is the PLANTPOPNET network. I think Yvonne basically said something very similar. We have 49 sites plus 19 in Plantago, which Maud will speak more to you about tomorrow. So it's 29 in the native range in Europe and plus 19 of mods, and then another 20 spread across the east and west coast of Northern America, and then the eastern border of Australia and New Zealand. So to look at it in another context, this is the environmental niche space. Jesus will probably talk to you a bit more about this as well. But these are the same sites in red dots, spread across the Plantago occurrence range. We've got mean annual temperature and precipitation. So we've got quite broad coverage across the environmental space. Still a few gaps that we would like to fill. So we will probably try and draft in your recruitment abilities. Looking at Aldo, he seems to have got many people on board.
Who lives there with 5,000 millimeters?
Yeah.
Where are the sites with 5,000 millimeters?
And not even high temperature either.
Yeah. Possibly West Coast New Zealand, South Island would be my guess.
So let's give you a breakdown of what we have in. We have our first year, our setup data, which is 0, 0, and then our first transition, so survival to the following year, second transition, and so forth. So obviously all 49 sites plus mods are in. We have, this number keeps changing, but at the moment it's 43. Today with 2 years of data in, 27 in the native range, 16 in the non-native, which is a nice number. And then we have 11 with 3 years of data. It seems quite low, but we had a lot of sites set up in 2016 or like 2017. And then the Southern Hemisphere sites obviously haven't done their recording for this season yet, so they will do that this coming Northern Hemisphere winter. So we should expect to have that in December, January time. So to give you a brief overview of what happens when you send in your data, obviously you guys go out and do all the collecting. You send it to me. I then store it in raw data. So I take, just as you send it to me, I don't touch it. The only thing that changes is file names, and save it as is and just read only. So that's kind of blocked and locked away, and that's our baseline. We need to go back to it. I'll talk more about this in the data management meeting, exactly what goes on. But I take that raw data and copy it into a master folder, which has the same format, and where I then check the data, work through, see for any corrections that are required, things like blank cells and all like that. So we get the odd typo here and there, so that's when I'll come back and test you with annoying questions.
Sorry.
And then from that master data, then we have our main output. So we combine master file, which is everything together. So that's your like individual plant census effectively, just with all sites. And that's for year 0. We're in the process of a year 1, but again, that's something for the data management plan. You might reconsider better ways to do that, where we can pull them all in with OR files and stuff. And then we have separate master files. So that's every individual site has their own set of master files with plant census, the destructives, description, and community plots. And they'll be available for people if they want their own site with their clean data sent back to them. That's all there and ready to go, so people are able to ask them for that if they want. We'll give you a little rundown of things that we've had so far. This is just the population density. The graph is purposely left blank on the bottom because we have our award ceremony tomorrow, so I want the sites to remain anonymous. But obviously you've got non-native native sites in dark grey and non-natives in the light grey. We have two massive lighters that stand on their own. And then across the board, the density is individuals per metre squared. Some of the lowest density sites you can seem to be native or non-native in the light grey. There's quite a lot of variation across the board.
Oh, wait. So this is like averaged across years, or?
This is all just the first year. So
All first
yeah, baseline first year data. So yeah, then if I just combine that between native and invasive, you see the range of density within the non-native range is a lot smaller. Our highest density site is over 400 individuals per metre squared, and our lowest density site is in and around 10. I think it's just over about 10.4 per metre squared, and then obviously everything in between. So moving on to some of the traits, just a quick look at leaf size. So it's just a plot of length versus width. Again, natives in dark and non-natives in light. That's just a really simple progression, with the native being top line, non-native being bottom. So it just appears from that for a given leaf length, the non-native range at least, the leaves are a little bit wider. Now that's just a straight, like, simple regression. There's none of the extra environmental variables or anything.
So this is the mean size of each site.
Yeah. So yeah, that hasn't factored in community competition or anything like that. So that might easily explain it.
And that's the in situ data, not the traits, the destructive traits.
No, that's the in situ. Yeah,
Great.
And then just a breakdown of some of the other variables and some of the range between. So our max leaf length recorded in year 1 was 750 millimeters, down to a minimum of 6. I think the average max for first year fade was about 550, and the average minimum was 36. And then for width, the average max was 18 and a minimum of 5. And those 4 sites were different, so the longest leaf doesn't necessarily equate to the widest, even though you're talking about kind of 500 mil. And again, same with kind of rosettes and number of leaves. You've got a large proportion of the sites have a single individuals are a single rosette, and then you've got a few sites where things just go up to 15. And kind of same again for number of leaves. The average and the means are quite low. But then the max and the mins are massively different, so huge amount of variation. And again, stem heights of up to a metre and down as small as 4 millimeters. And then last one I will show you is just the area of leaf of log leaf area on the Y. And again, there's huge variability both within a site, so again each one of the site, and then across the board. Yeah, massively different. And nothing really clear between native and invasive there, but again, it's just a simple plot of the area based on the demographic data, so that's just using the area of an ellipse as a proxy of the area. And then I'll just show you a range of community plot photos, so it's just 6 random sites. And as I said, I'll show you the difference between the kind of environment that people are working in and what the local communities are.
Do you remember what they are? Each one?
The sites?
Yeah.
That one
Cool
is.
club. Anybody guess?
Yeah.
I think the bottom one is in here.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone recognize any of these?
I can. The top right in the Spanish side.
Oh, yeah.
Very much.
She was asking whether I could recognize it.
Bottom right is mine.
Yeah.
The flowers are not there anymore. It's a sad story.
That one is.
That looks like Dutton Park, maybe.
Yes, I was going to say, I think it's Australian.
It looks like dry eucalypt.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably Dutton Park. You recognize that?
Yeah, I do that. gone partially.
Yeah.
Yeah, the managers communicate with them.
Yeah.
60% of it is gone.
Okay. Any questions for Alan about data?
I have a question. I was just thinking about how some of the sites are on, like, you know how we're looking at the rainfall and the temperature and things like that. But some of the sites are on, like, a university campus or whatever, and they might be watered.
Yeah.
Do you think about that?
We don't measure that. And so the management of the sites, at the moment we have, is it grazed and is it
Grazed
mowed?
and a mow grazing.
Grazed
And mowed, and we could certainly add in something like a watered, not watered, would be a very useful one to add in, I think.
Yeah.
So if you can hold that thought and bring it up again when we talk about protocol.
Yeah.
And maybe also fertilizer, no?
I think probably the easiest way to get at this would be to do a site survey. So to write to all the PIs with a set of questions you want to ask them about the management of the site, and have that as an additional data file that goes with each site series of data. It was interesting to me to see the density. In NutNet, the other big network I'm involved in, we wrote a paper looking at the densities of plants in the native range and non-native range for a number of different species. And Plantago lanceolata was at, we had replicate plots in its native range and replicate plots in its non-native range. These sites were not chosen because of the Plantago lanceolata abundance in any way, it just happened to be there. And it was much more abundant in its native sites. No, it was much more abundant in the non-native sites than in the native sites. And was one of the few species that showed a really big difference between its native and non-native site abundances. And what we're seeing from our survey is exactly the opposite. And it seems to be much more abundant in its native sites than its non-native sites. So that would cause me, I guess, to go back and question the NutNet data and see how many sites that actually came from.
But we go and maybe a little bit more the most sites where it's most abundant. So, so maybe the maximum abundance is higher at the native sites, but if you kind of sample randomly, then it's lower than native sites.
Yeah, I mean, so it could certainly be a sampling effect, but in the non-native range, and also in the non-native range, you'd expect the same kind of sampling effect to be happening. You'd expect people to look for a really high abundance.
Just kind of maybe coming in the native range, maximum abundance as high as 3 point sites with high abundance in the native range.
Yeah.
But overall maybe the abundance is higher.
Yeah. I mean, certainly taken together, these two data sets would tend to indicate to me that there may be no difference in the native versus non-native range abundance, or we just thought, we're going to have more data to answer this question, but we will have sampling effects that we need to think about.
Have you looked at fluctuations in density between years? Because if someone was saying that they had only a few plants and then they had hundreds, and that sounds like our site. They're really regulated by rainfall and drought. So you can have 10 individuals, and after a decent rainfall, probably go up to 100.
Quick answer to that is no.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet.
But no, that we've had the opposite case then, where sites had huge numbers the first year and dropped away then.
Yeah.
Probably we have to wait a little more, not at least have more years.
Yeah.
I mean, for some populations we have even 4 years now, so
Yeah,
we
one
could take all that.
We did start in 2014,
Yeah.
but I have this memory that you and Erlen started in 2013.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much.
I mean, he did
I'm not sure how much data we actually have. Yeah. We don't have any 2013 data in the data set currently.
No.
So I think Johan started in 14.
Maybe he
He sent me
also,
the data in 14.
okay,
Yeah.
maybe he started a few months before me, so I just remember he started first.
Okay.
But I checked my computer and we did send you 2014 data, so we have sent you 4
Definitely.
surveys, 3
Yeah.
transitions.
Yeah, so if people watching online have any questions, start with Debbie.
Sorry. The audio is not very clear, and so I'm having trouble following conversation.
Can you hear Alan? Debbie?
Yeah, it's muddled. It's not as clear as it was earlier this morning.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. I just can't quite follow the conversation enough to.
Let's try another test there.
Can you hear now?
Wow, that's a lot better. Thank you very much.
So, I'm just going to floor here. If you could repeat them back so that, yeah, great.
The idea is to once in a while just do what you do. Just up the connection.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Can we send you a chat saying I got your?
Yeah.
Quick one. I don't know if it's present now, so happy to postpone it for later. President, Claire was talking about fertilizers being used. Any thoughts on soil nutrient analysis down the road?
So the question was, have we thought about doing soil nutrient analysis later on down the road? The answer is no. We have no money for doing that at the moment, or permits, or facilities to do that. But it's something that I've discussed with Jennifer Fern in QUT, and she has excellent facilities for soil nutrient analysis. That's one of the things that we'll probably want to raise in our new directions, new ideas, to get some data on, but that would require writing a grant. Yeah. What?
The protocol I'm using now for analyzing pieces is exactly the same as using my master's was on analysis.
Yep.
So it is apparently possible to do it and really.
Yep. So that comment from Maud was that it is possible to do it here, certainly for soil nitrogen. It's quite. So I know it's possible to do it here. It's just quite resource intensive to do it here. Jennifer's setup is much quicker and much faster. We don't have money for doing that. So, you know, I think there's ways of getting this done much more efficiently than the effort we have to put in to get the effort you have to put in, and Christina has to put into getting the soil the leaf nutrients at the moment.